Hello, ladies and gents. Today we're going to the Queen Mary. That is the Queen Mary, where I will be staying the night. It ain't as spooky with all this music playing from this party boat right across from it. Right underneath the Queen Mary is a Russian submarine. Retired, that is. You can tell by all those rust marks. Never stayed on a ship before, never been on a ship before, and I'm kind of nervous, don't know what to expect. I've been wanting to check out this ship for about 3 years now, since 2020 when I found out about it. I guess through COVID and renovations, they were just closed for a couple years until 2023 of last year when I found out that they were finally reopened. Yeah, for some perspective, that's the Queen Mary on the left. At the very end, that's the Carnival cruise ship. It's a little bit bigger. She's been docked in this water for around 50 years. Wow, that is a long time. I like the 3 red smokestacks at the very top. How fitting of a picture. This guy reminds me of the captain on that movie Titanic. He's got the beard. Here's the lobby area. And 2 elevators to get to the top. Looking at the Carnival cruise ship, I could see at the very top was a water slide. I was like, what the heck is going on? Wow. I like how there's wood furnishing for the walls. Feels nice in here, AC. What a trip. I guess these are the hallways to the hotel rooms. Oh, it's cool how they have the different times up there. Tokyo, Cape Town, Paris. So they said this is the main way to go up and down the ship. Let's check it out. I've never been on a ship, so not too sure how this works, but I'm super stoked. B301 to 3401. I am 335. Somewhere down that way. You know, now that I think about it, it really does remind me of the Titanic. The way the interior looked, the way the exterior looked, it really had that classy, elegant feel to it. There's this photograph. See that girl in the center? There's something or somebody ghastly right behind her. As I was recording, someone showed me on their phone, it looked exactly like this photograph. The person said, down there, I think it's like the engine room, boiler room, supposedly is haunted. As I was recording, somebody came up to me and said, are you looking for ghosts? Yeah, no, I am not looking for ghosts, but they showed me some pictures of things to look for, like a ghost room down this way. I don't want to be spooked, I'm by myself. The first thing I notice or sense is the smell. The receptionist told me all this wood that we're looking at down this hallway and all over the ship is original. Now, before I entered this ship, before I even made a reservation, I had to do a little bit of digging to see what the place would look like inside, specifically the room, the hotel room. But there's really not a lot of pictures, so I did not know what to expect. An ice machine out of order, unfortunately, because my room 335 is right across from it. A little spooky. Let's go in. Wow. Nice. The TV's on too. How welcoming. check out this bathroom. It looks very, very clean. I'm excited. Oh man, just closing the door. Being inside this room, I have not been in a hotel room in a very, very long time, and just seeing all of this has gotten me excited. I love that accented lighting with the lamps. Let's give you guys a tour of this stateroom, as they call it. Got 4 pillows, well, 5. This one kind of blends in with a nice logo of the RMS Queen Mary. What the RMS stands for is Royal Mail Service. Back in her heyday, the Queen Mary would deliver between America and England thousands of pounds of royal mail. Brought to you by this Queen Mary guide map. Something I was really curious about when I walked around this bed was what is underneath the bed. Let's take a look. Of course, there's nothing. No ghosts or goblins or ghouls underneath. Now I'm very, very curious. Got a penny down here. Wish it were a quarter instead. That'd be cool. Got like a Skittle back there. Whoa, what the heck is this? It's like a pull-out platform for, I don't know, your phone? That's pretty cool. Never seen that, so I can lay my phone right here as it's charging. Neat. There are no power plugs. What? That's a shame. How the heck am I gonna charge my stuff next to the bed? I know the power ports are on this side of the wall, that one being right next to this chill section. Got a green chair, really like that, with the brown wood. Nice. Same thing here with the wood cabinet. It's really, really nice. 2 cups and what looks like a postcard. Yeah. If you guys hear me talking very gently, I have neighbors right in the room next door, and I think the walls are very thin from what I read, so I'm trying to be very mindful of my loudness. Overlooking this rest area are these 2 portholes. Something very, very cool I just found out a second ago is that if you go right up to the porthole and you tug on it, pull on it, swing it right open, you can actually open it. How cool is that? A great view of the harbor and the water. Right now people are on the jet skis, on the boats, enjoying this nice weather in Long Beach. We can do the same thing on this side, I believe. If I tug on it, it's quite hefty. That's why I say tug. It weighs, I want to say like 50 pounds or so. Whoa, what is that? Let's check out this closet. I don't know what to expect. A ghoul, a zombie, a body. What is it? Okay. Got an ironing board on the left. Let's get some lighting in here. Got that. Don't know what that is. Got some clothes hangers. Before we enter the restroom, bathroom, there's this sign right on the frame. Caution, raised threshold. It's pointing down. And we can see, yes, it is raised right here. It is not flat, so you may accidentally trip right over this piece of wood sticking right above the floor. Stepping inside this bathroom, I get this immediate whiff of what smells to me, reminds me of a pool. It has that pool smell to it. And also a bit of locker room smell, their sweat, their grime. I'm sure it's because it just, all of that soaked into these walls. Starting at the mirror, we have a mirror. Welcome to the mirror, everybody. We have light right above it, controlled by that switch that also controls the light right above the shower. And underneath the mirror, we have this glass shelf. I don't know how I feel about this. It feels very dangerous. Like if I'm sloppy, I don't know, I might actually accidentally just bang on it. Not like that, but this reminds me of a Star Wars battleship fighter waterworks. Above it, we have, so random, this holder just for this body lotion. What, I squirt it? Okay, yeah, I didn't expect it to smell good. Let's see, gotta make sure it actually works. So if I do that, switch on. And we have a wall plug right here, one extra. Charge your phone as you're in your restroom. Yeah, maybe if you're on the toilet. If you guys do that, use your phone while on the toilet. Of course, we have the throne. Let's see the flushing power. I give it a 3 out of 5. And we have the best part. It looks like a bathtub. Yeah, looks like a bathtub, not a shower. Above it, the shower head. Well, this isn't really a bathtub because where would the water spout? Oh no, that's not good. I took a step accidentally right in this section of the tile, and it looks like it was cracked right here. You can hear it. How's the water coming out of this? How do you go? Oh, there we go. Top left, we have this shelf with 2 towels right here, full body towels. Then we have 4 mini towels, well, 2 mini, 2 face, I think, and extra toilet paper. And if we close the door, I like when doors have these hooks for a backpack or towel. It does have a lock, the push button lock. And there it is. Oh my god, so old school. So supposedly this ship is haunted. Another guest even told me it's haunted. Yeah, it kind of freaks me out to think about that because I'm gonna be staying the night in this room by myself and there's nowhere to go. I can't really go back to my car. That would be a waste. So I just freshened up, ready to go explore this ship, but there are a few notes I want to point out before we leave. First, I'm so glad I chose the harbor side stateroom because I can hear, as I'm taking a nap, all the people riding their boats down the water, the city life, just hearing the life on this side of the ship. I really like this shower. The heat, the warm water comes in within seconds. I've been in hotels where it took minutes for the water to heat up, but this one, actually, let me close these. I don't want it getting too chilly. Oh, okay, don't want to swim. Shit. I am super hungry, so before we go explore, I need to eat. So we're on B deck, and the food is on the promenade deck, so 1, 3. Okay, 3 floors. Let's take this handy dandy guidebook because I did not want to get lost. First impressions of the hotel room, good. It exceeded my expectations actually. I thought it would have been run down by how old she is. Oh, super squeaky. Super squeaky. Okay. Neighbor door. Let's get out of here. Oh, quiet zone. Didn't know that was here. You are now entering the guest stateroom corridor. Without the rumble of the ship's engine, sound does travel through our steel walls. Now, something I am really curious about is what time does everything close? Like, can we explore this entire ship without restriction? Well, I'm sure there are restricted spots, but okay. Go up these stairs. Interesting. There's a gym room. Didn't know this. Looks like this was the original equipment back in the day. Super ancient looking stuff. Onto this floor, and you can immediately tell the energy is different. Very lively, lots of people. Promenade Cafe. That's where the food is. All right, let's go see if that's true. Got the view outside and this huge model ship. Let's go find the food. The other restaurant was full. There's a line. Let's go check out if there's another one that's open. But this is a really cool view of this section of the ship. Restaurant, I'm assuming to the left. Chelsea Chowder House Restaurant and Bar. It's a bit fancy. Ooh, yeah. This looks like a fancy place, alright. Chelsea's Chowder Room looks a little bit too fancy for me, with the tables all cloth up. Walking down the hallways through the different parts of the ship, just like what I thought the stateroom or the hotel room would have been like, run down, a bit battered up, a bit weathered, which she is a little bit, but not entirely as I thought it would have been. Wonder if we can exit the front of the ship to see the sunsets. Oh man, we can. What a view. Wow. Maybe you guys can hear the party boat came back. I know they left, but then they came back in, docked, and they're still partying hardcore down there. There's the left side of the ship. Well, the left side view, which is the parking lot. Food's ready. Well, table's ready. I can't get enough of this view. It's just so unique. That is the Lusitania. This one is gonna be the Normandy, and that one again is the Titanic with the 4 smokestacks. I found this super funny. It says, during the Queen Mary's heyday, many considered her the only civilized way to travel. So I guess pirate ships didn't cut it. But we are in the promenade. Very nice area next to the food has arrived. Got French dip. Dip number 1, well, dip number 1, dip number 2, which I don't know exactly what they are. And she said this is au jus sauce. Au jus, very fancy sounding. A pickle, and of course, can't go on without the fries. Very, very beefy, but very delicious. Interesting looking fry, but See? Horseradish cream. This is interesting. And the au jus is the broth the beef is cooked in. This place had really good views of the harbor, the Long Beach side, the waterfront. So that was a nice, relaxing area to be in. And the food did cost $24. It did fill me up. Time to explore the ship at night, yes. The view of the night. Wow. Long Beach on the right, the harbor, the ships going by. What in the world is this? Is this a cannon? Twin 40mm anti-aircraft heavy machine gun. It was never used, but when this ship carried troops, this was the defense it had. Looks like there's a observation bar where in the room you can see out to the front of the deck. Pretty neat. Nice layout, old school. Up to a sun deck. Caution, historic steps. So these look pretty old, as in original. Oh wow. We found one of the original remaining lifeboats. It is gigantic. It is the only one remaining on this side. Let's see if we can compare it to those two people walking right by. Yeah, that boat is gigantic. I just can't get over it. Dang it. This staircase is roped off. Wanted to get a close-up of the smokestack. Got this connection beam skyway where people just walk out, go down the levels to the parking lot. And what is interesting is I can't tell who's a hotel guest versus who's just touring the ship, whether it be a regular tour or for a paranormal investigative tour, which happens, I guess, at 10, 11 p.m. Right now, it's only 9:14. Those windows look very spooky with how unclean they are. So we got this deck right here, another deck below, and the deck far out, which is the end of the ship. What a view. So this is what it looks like in the back. Very romantic. I gotta say, there was a completely different feeling in the air from day to night. I don't know what it was, maybe the thoughts going through my head. Am I gonna see anything spooky? Am I gonna witness a ghost? So this is the backside of the ship. Saw some people coming outside from this room, and immediately you're greeted with that sign, isolation ward. Do you dare? Yes, I do dare. There's another set right underneath to a door that has been blocked off. It is 9:26 p.m. I am alone. Don't know who else is roaming these corners, but I am starting to get that feeling of creepiness settling in, because for all I know, no one else might be in any of these rooms. And what if something spooky happens? Great. I immediately see signage right as I come into this room of passengers who died on board this ship. Tells you the cause of death: skull fracture, laceration of brain, found dead in bunk, with an asterisk. Records in the ship's archive do not contain results of autopsy or inquest. Here's another spooky one. Found dead. Picture of the medical facility back in the day. It's got that horror vibe, spookiness to it. Most frequently, passenger and crew deaths were the result of natural causes. So nothing spooky, huh? But then you have down here, on a few occasions, an unlucky individual lost their footing and they tumbled around and would fracture their skull. That sucks. Isolation wards. Here's one of them. They use this to quarantine international travelers to prevent spread of disease like smallpox. That little bit of silence, that little bit of quietness just made it so much more enjoyable. I did get a little bit scared, but not to the point where all the hairs are standing up on my body, but it was more so a feeling of, oh man, getting a little bit of the history behind this ship in this setting at night. It was kind of like I was getting intimate with this ship. I do like how they have the benches right here on the harbor side to sit, like what they're doing over there on the left, and to enjoy the music that's coming off of these boats. Exploring the ship, I just kept on thinking, they are definitely gonna close the rooms at a certain point, right? I had to confirm that by asking someone later, and they said, yeah, we do close down certain rooms, certain areas, so you'll have to wait until morning to go into those places, including the engine room, different parts where I'm sure they wouldn't want people goofing off or tagging up the place. Alleyway to port side, there's that shortcut. Imagine what it looks like down here when it's pitch black. Spooky. Is that a yes? No rope? We can go up to the smokestack? Really? Ah, yeah, I'm doing it. Oh man, these look so cool up close. But the spooky thing is, we've got these portholes. What is going on the other side? All these doors that have these locks. It's just makes me want to see what's on the other side. Horn sounds at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 and 6. So her horns still work. This is pretty neat. I don't know what level deck I'm on, but I can see the front of the ship. And I can see below, and it looks like there's a outside patio for that observation bar. One of the original remaining lifeboats on the Queen Mary in not so pristine condition. This lounge area is giving me that BioShock vibe with the font. Bookstore. Game room at the observation bar. This is the kiddie room, as you can tell. Something I'm not digging too much. Maybe you like it. Who is she? Annabelle's cousin? I think it's time to go down these backside stairs. That's not the main. Oh, I'm not so spooked anymore. You know why? Because we have an ice machine and a Coca-Cola vending machine, baby. Let's take a peek. I believe these are all just state rooms. Wow. That goes down very, very, very far. Now that is what you call an elevator, but not in service, because it's only for historical use. B340. Looked in this little hallway and noticed this sign. The hauntings of B340. And the other thing I noticed right away, do you guys see it? What the heck is going on in this room? Wow. What the heck? As it got closer and closer towards midnight, there were a couple people I saw roaming around in groups, or someone I heard talking like to a microphone, but then I realized they're talking through this like ghost recorder, asking it questions. These stairs leading down to what I'm guessing is the end of the road. Look pretty creepy. Our deck. 57 ghosts. A theatrical seance aboard the Queen Mary. Wow. You know, this might be a really cool experience actually. How much into it do they get into the ghost stories or the hauntings or even the seances? Because yeah, there definitely is a market, a group of people that would love this stuff, and it even got me curious, like, swimming pool viewing. Doors are locked, but here it was in action back in the days. Someone pointed out, if you look really close, person second from the right behind that person, there's a figure standing behind them. Let's see if these elevators work. Got someone flashing their light on the ship, but the lights all on make it seem like it still operates on the open ocean, but it doesn't. Sort of like a ghost ship. Hey guys, it is 11:43, almost 12 a.m. I am pooped. I gotta say, a bit of a downside of this place, maybe it's just where my room is, but people ghost hunt throughout the ship till now, till late at night, and there are people right outside my room in the hallway just talking, interviewing each other about ghosts, and you can hear them. Good morning, everybody. It is 10 o'clock a.m. and the Queen Mary's air horn, blowhorn, it just went off as they said it would first. No ghosts at all. I didn't want to experience any ghosts. Something that bothered me was that since this ship is supposedly haunted, if you're a light sleeper, let's say it is like 12 a.m., 1:30 a.m., 3:30 a.m., and you're trying to get some sleep, yeah, you might experience what I experienced at those hours of the night. People walking through the hallways laughing, giggling because they're scaring each other, or they freaked themselves out because they saw their own shadow. Laying in bed, looking at the door, if you look carefully, you can see the outside, which is kind of strange. If somebody were to try to look in, right there, you can kind of see the outside, or from the outside probably can see looking in. This old school thermostat actually still works. I maxed it out at 90 something, 91 or whatever the max is degrees Fahrenheit, and it kept the room warm. Something really cool. An Easter egg I found in the restroom as I was showering. I was looking around and I saw on the curtain this button with an M for Mary. There's another one, M up here on the ring. Ooh, that creak. All right, bye-bye stateroom. It's been fun, but time to go. Let's go see if there is anything else on the ship that we're missing. Down there is the engine room. Let's go see. Wow, the smell. I bet it was really loud down here during her working days. I don't know why, but seeing all of this, it looks like a fun place to play hide and go seek. I started down the room from that staircase all the way down to this one, going down even further, and I don't think anyone else is down here besides me being dumb and curious to see what else lies below. Wow, there's a really strong smell of like metallic. They've got LED lighting just to give some life to these machines again, just because they don't operate anymore, which is really cool. There are so many nooks and crannies, dark spots. It would be really creepy here, checking out this place all alone at night. Yesterday they closed it down, so there's a certain time you can be in here. This is so cool. Wow. You can really go down the hallways. Wow. This is really spooky, but at the same time it's really fascinating because I'm looking back down the hallway where I came from, looking forward to where I'm going, and it's one of those things where, was there something I saw at the corner of my eye? But there's this really strong metallic odor, smell coming from this room. Wow. And it's so quiet down here too. I'm just trying to think, how was this place like when it was manned and busy? How lively it was. Have you guys ever visited a historical building or a room that's very dusty? What? An escalator in the engine room. I don't know if I'm getting really spooked now because all this sounds around me, but this thing over here, machinery, is making noise. Oh, I'm getting really spooked. Super spooked. Alright, let's head back up because now I'm starting to look behind me every second. There are some areas inside the engine room where it's just super dark and you don't know if there's something hiding behind around the corner. Do you guys remember that scene in the Titanic where it was flooding, taking on water, and the doors were shutting for every deck just to block the water from getting in and sinking the ship? But there was that scene where the engine room door was closing with a lot of workers still inside the room, the engine room I think it was. Welcome to the world's longest Lego brick model ship. Bam. That is a Lego model of the Queen Mary that weighs about 600 pounds. Can you find the cat? The cat is somewhere towards the back of the ship. If you guys don't want a spoiler, skip this part because the cat is right there. Before the engine room going down the stairs, there's a big lobby before that, which just gives a bit of history about the Queen Mary, how she started and where she's at now and the time in between. And in the middle of this lobby is this smokestack. If you go down the smokestack stairs, there's this quite a bit of history about Winston Churchill, World War II. Their finest hours, Winston Churchill and the Queen Mary. Is it a tour? Somewhere down these stairs?
Up your heart. All will come right out of the depth of sorrow.
We're in this room where looking down, there's water, but you can see that is the propeller of the Queen Mary. You can see right on the bottom left what looks like dollar bills at the very bottom among a ton of coins. This starboard shop was closed yesterday. The left looks like it was done right. Facing up. Does anybody notice this flask is upside down for the logo? What the heck? Now that is cool. These glass cups are shaped like a beer can. So you really can get married at the Queen Mary. Oh yeah, check out that captain's seat. There's the fish. Hey, just checked out of the Queen Mary and was asked if I wanted to keep the key cards, which of course I said yes. So got these cool 2 souvenirs right here, and I asked, hey, if I'm a hotel guest or I haven't checked in yet, can I go on the ship before my reserved check-in time? And yeah, she said you don't have to go on the ship exactly at 4 p.m. to check in to the hotel room. You can enter way before that. I was like, what? Now the biggest question you may be wondering, how much was it? For the Queen Mary hotel room was $294.33. Now I thought it would have been a bit more expensive with what they said was $30 parking in the email to me about my reservation details. But when I got to the check-in process, the hotel receptionist gave me this barcode to scan to go out and back in of the parking lot. On my last day, I asked, hey, do I need to pay for parking? Because I got this. And they said, no, since you have this barcode, you can just scan yourself out. And I thought, oh, I just saved myself $30. But yeah, that was my stay at the Queen Mary. I'm really curious to see what you guys think. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.